But to give us a sense of how hotly contested this election has been, we're now joined by Arthur Sikopo, who's a Zambian journalist and Channel Africa correspondent. Arthur, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Yesterday we talked about today being a greatly anticipated day, and people woke up early to vote in their numbers. What does that tell us?
Well, thank you much, Peter, as always, being on this particular show. Yes, as you have rightly put it, people woke up early in the morning. I went to one of the polling stations in just within Lusaka, where I found this gentleman who was the first one, who that is at Munali polling school, Munali Secondary School. He was there at as early as 02:30. That is when he got there. And the situation has been going on, the voting has been going on quite well. Of course, we have noted people getting to the polling stations in numbers. I'll tell you that
Arthur, you still there?
Election.
We're struggling with Arthur there, and I'm hoping that maybe we might be able to actually get him on the line so that he can give us a sense of what's been happening. As a journalist, he'll probably see these elections in a slightly different way to citizens who've gone to vote. In fact, I believe he's back with us. Arthur? Right, yeah, I think...
Yes, Peter.
Okay, so you were telling us what this huge turnout might actually mean.
Yes, this huge turnout might mean two things here. Might mean that the current president of Zambia may be returned, or might mean that the leading opposition leader, Hakainde Hichilema, might win this election. When you talk to analysts on the ground, they'll tell you those are two aspects. From this, also from this turnout, what has been prominent is also the fact that people are saying that they want to vote and to see to it that their lives are bettered. They are sort of bettered by the leader that they have chosen to vote for in this particular election. Most of them are saying that times today are hard, and that is the reason why they had to wake up as early as 02, as early as 04, just to line up and to cast their vote. So this election might be telling us two things here: that the current president might be returned, of course, or maybe the current president might lose to the leading opposition leader, who is Hakainde Hichilema.
So do you think the race is as close as people say, or that because of the large turnout, that one side is going to actually win significantly in the end?
From my view, Peter, I'll tell you that I think it will be very hard to predict. Because those are crowds that just lined up were quite huge. Some of them, even as late as this evening, they were still lining up. Of course, the polling stations closed at 6 p.m., but of course, those that were still in the queue were still being allowed to go in and vote. But it will be very, very difficult, I think, for me to give a precise answer. But of course, it will be tight between the two leading contenders amongst the 16, and those Edgar Lungu, who is the current president of Zambia, also governing of the Patriotic Front, but of course Hakainde Hichilema of the United Party for National Development. But of course, both of them are claiming victory. I couldn't cover President Lungu when he was casting his vote. I had a morning show in the morning, a live show in the morning. But I managed to capture, or I managed to cover Hakainde Hichilema as he was voting. He was also confident that he is winning this race. And of course, President Lungu was also confident that he is winning this race. He was saying that there is no way he can wake up early in the morning to go and cast a vote if at all he is not winning. Of course, Hakainde Hichilema said the same thing as well. And we saw from both angles crowds that were voting there cheering as they entered, respectively. When President Edgar Lungu, of course, entered the polling station early in the morning, and when Hakainde Hichilema also entered the polling station late in the mid-afternoon. So we just have to wait and see what the results have to hold for us.
A couple of days ago, there was a warning that government was planning to shut down the internet and social media. Government then denied this, of course, but it does sound like at some point social media wasn't operating. What happened?
Peter, around 13 hours when I was in the field, that is when I noticed that my WhatsApp wasn't working. And a few colleagues as well that I was with in the field, as we were just going around checking on what was happening around the polling stations, we discovered that our WhatsApp messenger wasn't working. And it was it wasn't so much of a shocker to us because we heard of those rumors earlier on, which were disputed by government. But we don't know what really happened, whether it is the state or it is just maybe just something else that just happened. Of course, Facebook has been working, I think, for me, and email, and that is how I was able to get in touch with some colleagues. So for WhatsApp, we do not know what really happened, whether it was interfered with or whether anything else happened. And I can tell you that even up to now, some people that have not obviously gone to other alternatives are still struggling with WhatsApp. But they are not yet receiving messages, and they are not yet sending messages through their WhatsApp application.
All right, Arthur, thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know that it's going to be a long night and a long couple of days for you, but hopefully we'll catch up with you to get some news on the results as they start to trickle through. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Peter, and always great being here.
All right, that's Zambia journalist Arthur Sikopo speaking to us there from Zambia as Zambia decides 2021. And it looks like it's a two-horse race. The incumbent President Edgar Lungu versus opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema. Who has Zambia decided? Well, we'll know for sure in 72 hours.